I'm Mike B, and this is The Extended Hand of Humanity. Welcome to my very first podcast, and thank you for sharing this time with me. I'm not a Chicken Little, the sky is falling type of person. I'm not building any underground bunkers in anticipation of doomsday, and I don't subscribe to any conspiracy theories that I'm aware of. But I do follow the facts and see where they lead me, and when the writing is on the wall, I read it. And the writing is on the wall. And what it says is, holy crap, we are in trouble. Throughout the history of the world, there have been those that have relied on misinformation, deception, ignorance, bigotry, and prejudice to garnish support and gain power. Hate is a great motivator. Within the flaws of human character lies the surest path to power. Stand on a street corner and preach peace, love, and tolerance for those that you disagree with, and you will go as unnoticed as the homeless. Demonize those that you disagree with and offer them up as the cause of the problems to those that pass by, and you'll draw a crowd. I've seen it played out many times. Preaching peace, love, and tolerance in most cases won't draw a crowd, at least not on a street corner. Peace, love, and tolerance isn't something people want to hear about when they feel like they're getting the short end of the stick, or that something is being taken from them and given to someone else, or changing something they have become accustomed to. Doesn't matter if what they were accustomed to was wrong, or if what they were accustomed to only benefited them and deprived others of the same opportunities. I was ready to begin my podcast with tales from my life filled with ironic humor, anecdotes, lessons learned, and present them all in a way that was informative and entertaining. At least that was going to be my goal. The podcast was going to be called Tales from a Life Well Lived. I've done a lot of different things in my life and made a ton of mistakes that I learned from, and so that others don't have to make the same mistakes, that is, those that are capable of learning from mistakes made by someone else and don't have to lose to learn, I was convinced that these tales were worth sharing, and I still am. I figured if I got an audience that people would find my tales entertaining, and even if they didn't have the exact same experiences that I shared, they would find my tales relatable, bearing some similarities to their own, and worth listening to, that they could find humor in some of them and learn from some of them, as well as being able to find some comfort in knowing that the hand that life was dealing them had been dealt to others as well, who found their way out to the other side, and even in some cases, as time passed by, were able to find the ironic humor in something that at one time seemed insurmountable. But, as life often does, it throws you a curve, and you find yourself going in a different direction, at least at that time. Such is the case for this podcast. I thought we, the American people who believe in equality, fairness, truth, justice, and democracy, had dodged a bullet and were again moving forward, but unfortunately this is not the case. As stated earlier, I'm not the Chicken Little, the sky is falling type of person. I don't subscribe to conspiracy theories, but I do pay attention to what is going on around me, and I do follow the facts. And where they have led me is democracy in this country, for the first time in my lifetime, is in serious danger. I, like many of you that haven't been following what's going on, had no idea how fragile democracy in this country really is. But there are those so angry about the direction the country is going in, the amount of diversity and inclusion, that they are willing to sacrifice our rights and theirs to turn back the hands of time, turning over the power of the people to an authoritarian government, if necessary, to push us back in time and stall progress and change. But the thing about change is that it is the only constant, and it will not be denied. Hearing that democracy in the United States of America is at risk of being taken away sounds unreal, doesn't it? Like fiction, but it's not. And a lot of the pieces to get to that goal have been put in place. I realize what I'm saying seems a bit far-fetched, and I won't be surprised if a lot of you don't initially believe it, and some of you never will until it happens. And if it doesn't happen, you will feel vindicated in spite of all the effort that prevented it. Do your own research and don't get your information from one source. Hate groups have been growing at an alarming rate for some time now, a fact that can be easily checked, and we're growing more and more divided and polarized, becoming more tribal along racial lines, again, a fact that can be easily checked. The polarization in tribalism has led to a dramatic increase in anti-Semitism, attacks on the LGBTQ community, Asian Americans, and all other non-white Americans, as well as attacks on women's rights, rights that were guaranteed under the Constitution for over 50 years. So I had to ask myself, what can I do beyond ensuring that I don't vote into power those that would destroy our democracy, which I fear many have already done and are quite pleased with their vote. For them, anger and hatred has replaced logic and common sense. But I won't let promises of things that I will benefit from, like tax cuts, better border security, better immigration policies, and reduction in crime, be used to camouflage an agenda that will destroy the country that I have served to protect. If these things are important to you as well, they can be accomplished if we work together, and we are careful not to give power to those with a hidden agenda to divide Americans along racial lines, promote white supremacy, and allow those that have been elected into power to destroy our democracy and take away our democratic rights. I concluded that the book that I am in the process of finishing and will publish, even if I have to publish it myself, while it was not written for this purpose, could help to motivate all that truly believe in freedom, equality, justice, and democracy for all Americans. The book that bears the same name as this podcast, The Extended Hand of Humanity. And I could also start this podcast. My intention with this podcast is to connect with as many of my fellow pro-democracy Americans as I can. Party affiliation doesn't matter, as long as they believe in democracy, equal rights, fairness, and justice for all Americans. And they understand that character and decency is mandatory in our leaders. No leader of low moral character is capable of doing what is in the best interest of the people they lead. So my job is going to be to sound the alarm and keep ringing the bell and to keep fighting the fight for what we know is right, and to bring those that are in the dark into the light so that they too can see what has been hidden from them in clear sight before it's too late. And this thing that is happening, whatever it is, gets baked in, this thing that is pitting friend against friend, that anointed a felon, a king, and made his followers so damn mean. And if not stopped, the great American experiment goes the way of other great empires and ceases to exist. I'm inviting you to come along with me on this journey, and if you are as passionate about freedom and democracy as I am, I hope you will. I might be, and this is the Extended Hand of Humanity.